Alright, so we're doing some Doctor Who rip-offs again. Just to show how old these screenshots are, 24th of May 2023, and I'm recording this on the 4th of August, so I've had these screenshots a while, so everything in this video, pretty much is horribly outdated. But anyway, so yeah, 4th Doctor and TARDIS sex, blah blah blah, but look at the price, £150. And this is on Amazon. And I love the fact that they're using the stock picture, which has damaged packaging in it. So, yeah, I mean, the other stuff is much more reasonable. I mean, even, the 4th Doctor and K1 Robot, I mean, £40, yeah, it's double the retail. But, it's like £150 for the Shada TARDIS. Like, I've seen it go cheap on eBay. So, yeah. I mean, even the second Doctor War Games card is 50 quid. But yeah, I just noticed that and I was just like, what the fuck? And here's something else. So, 5 Doctors collector's set. £70. In fact, no, £70 plus 462 postage. Like new, which means it's used. Yet you can get a one brand new for literally a fiver more. For £5 more, you could get one brand new. I mean, both of them are completely rip-off, extortionately so. And also, I don't know, where does it say? At least on that one, it shows you the pictures, so you know which version you're getting. The other one, you don't know. Are you getting the one with the Cyber Leader or just a regular Cyberman? I mean, obviously, neither, because you should not pay anywhere near that. Like, seriously. Like, this is May, 24th of May 2023, so, I mean, the sets were still old and that by this point. They were over a year old. But even so, like, they were in B&M a long time. They were in B&M long enough to get reduced twice, if I remember. So, yeah, no. No, okay, so yeah, in this one, you can see you're not getting a Cyber Leader, it's just the regular Cyberman. Which is better if you're trying to army build, but for me and most people, the one to get was the one with the Cyber Leader. Because, we'd never had that before. So it was finally a Cyber Leader, which could fit in with, basically, Attack Cyberman as well, because it was the exact same figure and that. But I did end up getting both anyway. And I can't remember whether, because I did get a couple more of them when they did get reduced. I can't remember. I think I kind of just went even with them, trying to get an even amount of both. So, yeah. Now, to be fair, this one is in the US, which the figures in that over there tend to be more expensive. But still, £194, well, £195 really, plus £26.51 postage. Now, I'll ignore the postage because it is that expensive to import things from the US, but yeah, this needs to get, like, the Emperor Davros needs to get a re-release ASAP. Like, the molds are being found. Get that shit in action, Like, either make it an online exclusive at B&M, bloody paper shop down the road, don't care, just like, it needs to get a re-release. And the Destroyed Imperial as well, I'd like to see that get a re-release, but mainly, Emperor Davros. I do have one. It is brand new in box. I will not open it. I'm not opening it. But the thing is, this, I'd say, would still be a better deal than this. So yeah, and just so you know, with this one, you are just getting the Davros. But also, look at it. It is, like, that isn't scratches, by the way. That's not scratch. That is dust. That is dust and dirt. Like, the least you could have done is cleaned it before you took the pictures. Like, seriously, just look how dusty and dirty it is. That there's a slight little scuff there, though. But, seriously, like, you could have cleaned it. But, yeah, just for a loose one. Now, is it worth that much? No. No. No, it is not. I mean, especially when you've got this one, which, yes, is expensive, but at least it's brand new then. And obviously you're getting the Gascoigne Imperial and that, but this on its own, yeah, no. And especially because of how dirty it is as well. I know it is just literal dust from just sitting on a shelf probably somewhere, but still, you know, take 5 minutes before you take the picture and just clean it. Go over it with a wet one. Wet one's actually really good for that because the fibres in them are very good at picking up all the bits of dust and that, so yeah. But yeah, we can see more on the picture because look at all the dust and dirt and that on the back. Davros himself is actually pretty clean because of presumably they've had this displayed with the with the lid down, because otherwise that would have been. So interesting that they've done it with the lid down, because most people I've seen who display him lid up or top section up or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, interesting on that. Now, I don't know about this one. Because 26th of May, so yeah. So these were basically sold out on that by this point, long things. $14.99 plus $4.98 or best offer, and that is the starting bid. So you are getting one Genesis Dalek, which they've made a really piss poor job of removing the bubble and that from the packaging. You can see there's rips and tears and that everywhere. But excuse me. But I don't know. It's not awful. It's not an awful price. Now, at least, that wasn't really an awful price. But like, you get the packaging, but the packaging is in pretty piss poor state. So yeah, you could make Dalek jelly or Dalek chocolate with it. Yeah, do that. But yeah, just more pictures on that of the packaging there. I mean, look at this, look at that. Like, they didn't even bother. Like, this packaging is in so shoddy condition. Like, I don't know why they bothered to keep it, to be honest. Because there are ways to remove them and still keep the packaging in pretty much close to immaculate condition as you can. Anyway, here's a Sevens Dalek. Now, Sevens Daleks do go for a lot of money. They do. But God, £300 is really pushing it. Especially, like, to be honest, if this had the dome lights, which are some of the rarest parts, because normally a lot of the time the dome lights have snapped off. I don't know if they've been snapped off on this one, or they've just never been put on. I don't know if they've ever been put on, because normally there'd be like a bit of hot glue residue or something on there, but it's a pretty accurate one, to be honest, that someone's made, to be fair to them. But yeah, I mean, in terms of colour, obviously, you know, the parts and that are the same across the board. With it, though, they've misaligned the neck section on it. It does have a weirdly misaligned neck section on it, although are they trying to match all the props? Because I know sometimes the props do have misaligned neck sections. I'll have to have a look at that, or maybe it's just the way they placed it. But yeah, £300 starting bid. Nah. Like, Sevens Daleks are expensive, but I would say if it was half that, that'd be more reasonable. But 300, even though it does have a nice paint job and that to it, the fact that it's missing the dome lights, yeah, no. Okay, and now we're in the expensive category. So yeah, £150, brand new in box, or best offer. So yeah, the Planet set, I was never a big fan of this set, actually. I was never a big fan, because the feature itself, you think, oh, it's cool fit, but like, it's one of those ones where, I don't know, I'd only ever want one of them, to be honest. It's not really good for an army builder, because they are an eyesore from the back, and also the domes. You know, it is really obvious with the domes. But anyway, £150, no. No, not even half of them. Like, in terms of their worth, like, I would much rather have the Day of the Daleks set than that one. Actually, that one should be worth more, although that one normally goes for less than this one for some reason. At least of what I've seen. Now, the Genesis Arc set. Now, brand new, sealed in box, is becoming a bit more of a rarity. But the set is not worth that amount. Like, if you wanted to get this set, and even get it in box, you can get it much cheaper, because this is when Doctor Who figures were everywhere. This set was literally everywhere. Like, I remember it was at Phoenix, was at John Lewis, Argos. I think it was even, it was even in Asda. Like, it was in my local Asda at the time. It was probably in Tesco. And that this set was basically everywhere. It is probably one of the most successful Dalek sets that have ever existed. And it's one of few Dalek sets that includes 4 Daleks as well. There's not many of them. But if you want to know its original retail price was £20. And a lot of time, I remember it went on sale for £15, even £10, I remember seeing it at one point. Because it kept in production. This is unfortunately the inferior version. This is a later release, because they're all the light bronze colour. The more gold sort of bronze colour. So this is a later release. But also it's still inferior, because it's the one where the eyes aren't painted. Yeah, there's 4 versions of this set. There's the 2 original runs, which are the more, sort of copper bronze colour. And there's a version where the eyes are unpainted, and there's a one where the eyes are painted. And then later on, it got re-released again later on, because it just kept getting re-released and re-released. And the later releases, again, they decided to do them the gold bronze colour. I don't know why. But again, this was in, I think, 2007, this version, the gold bronze versions. And for some reason, again, half of them had black unpainted eyes, and the other half had the blue eyes. Also, that Dalek set, I've just noticed, the Dalek set has a really long eye stalk. That's a really long one. But, yeah, in terms of also condition, though, this is really good condition, but, like, again, £240, I mean, postage is free. I'd say, if this was £100, I could understand that. Like, I still wouldn't pay it, but that would be understandable. 240, like, you can find them. Like, they are everywhere. They are everywhere. So, yeah, it is a nice set, though. It is a nice set. Even with the inaccuracies, I do have a lot of nostalgia for this set. I remember getting it. I can't remember whether it was birthday or Christmas one year, but yeah. But anyway. So, we got another miniature. And again, this is a thing. I have no idea whether that is worth the price. It might be. It might be, because it's not something that pops up too often. And I don't think the price is too unreasonable. Yeah, obviously its original price would have been nothing that expensive. I don't know what its original price would have been. But, yeah, it's not bad actually, though. Looking at it, it's not a bad representation. Like, you could just leave it silver, or you could paint it in that, I guess. But, yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's just an interesting thing, really. But this, oh no. You can still... I have still seen these to this day in some Waterstones. But yeah, it's not worth 20 quid. Well, 23.50 really with the postage. And it's not a very nice thing either. It is shit. I have on it. They are not... Like, for some reason, it's glued to a clear base, which it doesn't need to be. I don't know why. But, yeah. Like, don't buy this at its retail price, which was, I think, $7.95. Definitely don't buy it at this price. This is actually a decent price, actually. Considering it is a buy now best offer. The eye has unfortunately got a scuff right in the middle, which you might be able to get that off with a magic eraser. If not, since it's white, it'll be easy to just paint that over. But yeah, the original release, in my opinion, despite its overall inaccuracy, the rest of it is much more accurate to the actual prop. The rest of it is much more accurate, the colour of it. And also the dome lights and that as well, so... yeah. Would, just not a bad deal, pretty good deal. Now, this is something interesting. So, yeah, now this, I remember, this is what the figures, particularly in supermarkets, if they would be put in, this would be the box and that they were put in. So, yeah, $19.99 for this. I mean, it might be a bit of cardboard, but yeah, for the condition it's in, I'm pretty happy with it. Like, to be honest, I'd be pretty happy with that. I would not buy it. It is buy now, best offer. But, yeah, it's just nostalgia. I mean, just those pictures and that on the front and that. Yeah, the problem is that if you had Daleks or Moxa Balhoons, you could only fit, like, 2 of them in there. And then well, 4 of them in there total, and that would be basically the full box. So, yeah, not meant for larger figures. But as you can see, the rest of it was just a plain white box. With just that bit of trim and that on the front. Some places, though, a lot of places wouldn't use the box, because what they'd do is they'd have, like, they'd hang the figures up on those long hooks. So, yeah, a lot of places wouldn't bother using the box. Now, this isn't Doctor Who related, but I just had to show this. A McDonald's plastic straw. Yeah. Also, mate, you, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if you... Like, honestly, like, I don't know. Your hand doesn't look very appealing. Just saying. I don't know if it's the lighting or what, but yeah, it's a McDonald's unused plastic straw. Which probably is more of a rarity now. But it's still just a plastic straw. Like, you can still buy plastic straws some places. So the fact that it's that amount... like, yeah, no. Just no. Just no to a plastic straw. I just came across this one day. But yeah, it's got 92.2% positive feedback. And hey, you're saving £225 because it was 4,500. So yeah, they put the price down by a bit. But it's a fucking plastic straw. Yeah, no. No, just no. But, yeah, I mean, best offer, you could offer them, maybe they'll give you £100 off. Right bargain there, but I think that's a good place to end it at.